Okay, Mr. Rager, why don't we just start off, and you can tell me, when you were born and where, and a little bit about your family background, if you will.
Well, I was born down here across the river from South Carolina, down about 2 miles north of Central City. And we lived in a little place they called Small House. It was just right across the river from South Carolina, over in Ohio County. That's where I was born then. And we were sharecroppers, cropped around, from year to year, maybe stay a year in each place. Well, it was people that owned land. We'd put out a crop. When I say sharecropper, we'd give them half of it, you see. And so it was that, and my dad, along about them times, we was about, one of the poorest families there was. It always was a big family, And so my dad played a 5-string banjo. And as far as music is concerned, it was this old-timey stuff that he'd sing, different old songs that I've forgotten. But he'd play a 5-string banjo, and he'd hit that thumb finger lick, He had a style of playing it like, I guess they play it the other way now, but back then they had a lick they called a claw hammer lick on a 5-string banjo. He'd do that, and he'd do this thumb picking lick, and that's kind of how I got started playing the guitar, the thumb, and with the thumb and finger. And I never did claim the thumb pick. I wasn't the first guy that played the thumb pick. Kennedy Jones, a guy by the name of Kennedy Jones, who was a fine musician, good guitar player. He was the first guy that ever I heard play with a thumb pick. It looks like everybody now is wanting to play the thumb pick style. And I kind of like that. I like to see that come out because that's what I started on. And that's the only way I could ever play, the thumb pick style on the guitar. And that's going pretty good today. And there's a lot of people playing with straight pick, but still yet they play with they'll play a little thumb pick style too. So it was that way, and after I got big enough to run around, I went down to Cleveland and heard that fellow Kennedy Jones play, and where this thumb pick lick started was on my sister's porch at Cleveland, down here in Cleveland, Kentucky. I'd say it ain't but about 30 miles from here, Drakesboro. And this fellow Kennedy Jones, he was just a guy that had a lot of talent anyway. And he could just play anything he wanted to. I had never heard a guitar played. My brother-in-law used to come up in the country and visit us, and my sister, and he'd tell me about this, a guy down to Cleveland that can play it all up and down the neck on one, way down on the neck. And I said, he don't get further down the 3rd fret, does he? And he'd say, he goes all over that thing. So one Sunday, I went down to see him, and that's when I learned that. I learned how to play with a thumb pick because he had thumb pick on it. And I reckon Travis, he says to this day that I taught him how to play. Merle Travis. And so he just about got me to saying that I taught him how. He told them people that, So I don't claim the thumb pick. I claim Travis's style. He picked up my style and made it famous. He plays a lot of tunes, and he sold it out and made a lot of money. Well, I ain't made too much with it. It was my own fault. I could probably have done what Travis done, but I didn't do it. Travis, he did. And I appreciate Travis going on, taking it on in, and what I say, carrying it on into perfection. He's done a good job on it. But today, the thumb pick style is really going, and well, it just comes on up there, and there's so many people like it. And all around over the country at these festivals, and where they have a lot of hoedown playing and this, that, and the other, you can always see a thumb picker. And so that tickles me. And up to this day, I still try to play that thumb pick style, but I don't do as good as these other old boys, young guys. And see, I'm getting on up there. My fingers won't work very fast. And as far as that part of it, I reckon that's just about it on that part. However, we back when we used to have parties, we'd gather up and we'd have a guitar, maybe a banjo and a mandolin, something like that, And you could always, we'd go over down a hill and over through the hollers, and there'd always be a path through the woods. You go to your neighbor's house and have a play party. Like popping popcorn, and making some kind of candy. I forget now what it was. They had a name for it. But anyway, young people back then, I thought they had a lot of fun. And that is on back in there when guitars started. I'd say more people started buying guitars and playing guitars. Just for a while, you'd hear an orchestra play, and there'd be a tenor banjo, 4-string banjo, called a tenor banjo. And the guys could play it was real good. And people like them big band men that played, like Tommy Dawson and Harry James and all them guys back when I was a young fellow. And so that tenor banjo, I believe that they started by having a guitar in their orchestra, the majority of them at that time. Mm-hmm. And then it went from that to country music, and now it's country music just about everywhere. Yeah. And so this country music, the way they play it now, I like it. It's really good. They play it, it's fun.
Were most of the musicians, back when you're talking about like Kennedy Jones and these people, were they more or less self-taught? Or?
Yeah, now Kennedy told me about a guy they called Arnold Schutz. Arnold didn't play with a thumb pick, but he played with his thumb and finger, kind of, had a way of playing. And he played with a straight pick sometimes, I believe, Kennedy said. And these different guys that, I'll say guys that I call, who just got a lot of talent, an old guy like Lester English could figure out chords on his own, I never will forget me and him going over to West Frankfort, Illinois, and we seen a pretty good band over there. And this old boy that played guitar played 6-string chords. We had never seen nothing like that. And Lester English, they called him Plucker. All he'd have to do is just see that guy, whoever he was, made a chord on a guitar, just see him make it. And he would get it, And so we went over and, let's see, somewhere over in Illinois. I forget now. Anyway, it's a little town over there. We just went over there one day and met this guy. Heard about him playing in this band, and he played these 6-string chords. Then old Plucker, he just grabbed it then. And that 6-string chord, you can just make it all up and down the neck of the guitar, and you can make different chords and all kinds of chords with that 6-string. Instead of making a 3-string chord, make it 6. So that's what it was. And so old Travis got a hold of a lot of them chords, and boy, he had a lot of talent, and he just come on up and made that old guitar picking sound out. That's what I thought like. He's really good. Got to where he's good, And got to where he got to making money on it. Something I never done, make no money. I don't know anything about that.
Where would people go to perform for money around here?
Well, now back in them days, they'd have dancers, and like square dancers, and they'd pay a fiddler and a guitar picker. They'd pay him 10 cents. They called it about 10 cents on the corner, and they'd come up with about $2 or $3 a night, something like that, And when they'd have a special time, like a wedding, birthday dinner, something like that, well, they'd call you in, pay you. They'd pay you a little dab, Like, say, a couple of guys pay them $1.50 a piece, for playing probably all day and stuff like that. And they had what they call round dances back then. And maybe a guitar player, mandolin player, banjo player, and a violin player, they'd jump in there and play what they call for round dance music, like these old poplar tunes, I could just name them over. Nobody's sweetheart now, and some of these days, and baby, won't you please come home, and all that stuff. We'd play all that stuff. They'd round dance it. They call round dancing. But I never could do none of that dancing. All I done was sat down to pick for them while they danced.
While everybody else was dancing with the girls, you had to sit there and pick.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. I wanted to try to get up and learn how to never did learn how. I wanted to learn how to dance, and so I always liked to watch them dance. Like to play, but some would eventually get tired. We'd take a break every now and then, rest up. And I'll tell you, they had a time back then, seemed to me like didn't cost them too much money making stuff.
How far would you go for these dances and things like that?
Well, sometimes we'd go out of the county. Wouldn't go too far, you could say sometimes the most, I'll say, the furthest we'd go on a picking like playing for a dance or a party or a nightclub or something was 45, 50 miles from home, and something like that.
I guess it was difficult getting around back then, eh?
Oh yeah, the roads wasn't too good,
Yeah.
And another thing back when I started playing, there's so many things if I could remember that people would, if they could know, they'd kind of know how things got started. People walk the railroad track then instead of walking the dirt road.
Oh, really?
They had dirt roads, so they didn't have no gravel road.
Mm-hmm.
What about that tape is running out?
Oh, no.
And so, me and 2 or 3 old guitar players would get on the railroad and walk up and down the railroad. Of course, we'd have homebrew and stuff like that. We'd get on the railroad crossing to get a crowd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you see people coming opposite directions, and they'd stop in. We'd be playing the guitar on the crossing where wagons and buggies and what have you, maybe automobile every now and then.
Uh-huh.
And so we'd kind of start get a little gang up there, so we'd pass the hat, pick up a few nickels and dimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd, up and down the railroad track here, Drakesboro, Brider, and Beach Creek, and what have you, Dunmore, and Central City on down to Peavere and Cleeton. And Cleeton is a little place for the thumb pick. I don't want nobody to get misused on that.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to know that that's where the thumb pick really started, in Cleeton. And the best picker was there at one time, and that was little Candy Jones. And so when me and a fellow named Ike Everly, the Everly brothers' dad, and we'd go out and play, and we'd play for parties and dances and what have you, we'd pick up a few nickels and dimes,
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make no lot of money then playing. You just, what you do, if you had a pretty big crowd, it wasn't too embarrassing to just pass a hat. and get money that way, Of course, you didn't get much, but you'd get a few nickels and dimes. You'd probably reach a hat to a guy, and he'd put something in it. But probably be ashamed not to. So we'd pick up a few nickels and dimes like that. And that's really, when you went anywhere then, the majority of people, they walked. See, they didn't have no cars. Sometimes there's few around over the country had automobiles, but not too many.
About when is this you're talking about?
Well, this is back in the 30s. Back from, I'd say, from 26, kind of 26 up to 30, 34. See, we got married in 34. Of course, I slowed down.
Yeah, that'll do for you.
Yeah. And so, that's just about the case, along about them times,
Mm-hmm.
Different guitar players, they come in and learned, and you couldn't get over the country singing they could hear. They had finally the old radio, come on in there, and there'd be a few of them get on the radio, and that guitar picking got that's when it got scattered out all over the country, you know, when the radio got started. There one time that, someplace down in Alabama, Mose Rager was playing on the radio down in there somewhere. And there was an old guy who's supposed to, he'd get up in the morning and build a fire in the stove and cook his breakfast, and he had some program on a radio station. He got up and turned the radio on one morning, and this guy come on the air, or this music come on there, I'll say that, say it like that. And he said he went out and cut some kindling to build a fire. They had them old coal stoves, and he was going to build a fire in his coal stove. And so, boy, there's some guitar players come on the air, started playing guitar. And he said, boy, he said he just wanted to find out. Said he just started through the living room and he just throwed his kindling down, sat right down there and listened to that radio. He wanted to hear about the guitar players and who that was playing. And when, of course, this guy played his tune, and this announcer said, well, he said that was Mose Rager and his guitar. You see what happened? You play your lead and you own a comp. With your finger and thumb. And old Chet Atkins, of course, he comes in there and he plays with every finger and everything that he's got. So, of course, there's a whole lot of players doing that now, you know. And they got a better chance now than they did have to learn to play a guitar. They can hear a lot of guys playing different styles and everything, you know. And they got a better chance than they had then. I didn't have much of a way to get around then when I was young, you know, and I'd have to walk everywhere I went. And we had a guitar down Deploy was when I first started trying to learn to play guitar. And it was, that was when we had, I believe it was 8 in family. And we had an old guitar hanging on the wall. My daddy went out and bought us a guitar one time, you know. My mother told him, she said, my dad, they called him Joe. Said, now, Joe, you'll have to get out and get these kids a guitar. So after that, he went out, and I believe he paid $6 for an old guitar. And boy, we had to line up to play it, and sometimes we were fighting and fussing over picking the guitar. Sometimes I'd make a big string out, you know. My mother would make them let me play the guitar, you know. I was about the least one. And so that's just about the way it was. I had a pretty hard time getting started. Never had a guitar like that grown, you know. And it wasn't too much. I went out with a bunch of guys one night, and I was about, 16 years old. We all got pretty well loaded. These people wanted to hear me play some. These guys, I'm about 4 or 5 of us, wanted to hear me play some. One of the guys spoke up and said, where can we get a guitar here for this guy playing? And one of the guys spoke up and said, hey, I know a guy down here on the road here's got a guitar. So we all went down there. We all went down to this guy's house, woke him up, way up in the night. And so this guy, he said, would you let us borrow your guitar for a little while? We got a guitar player, and he's going to play some music. This guy said, buddy, I couldn't loan you a guitar. I couldn't let you borrow my guitar. He says, I would sell it to you. I said, well, I don't guess we could buy it. And he said, how much would you want for it? He said, I'd have to have $3 for it. So we did buy it from him. But we scrapped up among the crowd, you know, scraped our pockets out, and we couldn't get $3. We only got $2.97. So he did sell it to us for $2.97. He wanted $3 for his guitar. And so when the night wound up and daylight come, we were just walking around picking this guy's house, waking him up, knocking on his door and going in and picking him a tea. All the drinking him didn't kill. And so after it got daylight and everything kind of felt bad, you know, and drink had done wore off, you know, and everybody wanted to go home. one guy spoke up and said, well, I said, he said, I believe we're going to give Mose that guitar. He said he played for us all night long. So that was my first guitar. That was my first guitar that I ever owned individually. Now, this guitar we had bought down around the corner. We lived down there, Sandy house, that the whole family played. That was the family guitar. But this was the only one that I ever owned. It was a fire guitar, after all, for $3. It wasn't too bad, you know. And, well, I'll tell you, we had a tough time, and we managed around somewhere now to play a little music.
Yeah. Anybody ever make their own guitars?
Yeah. There's a guy down here on Green River, a fellow they call Cabbage. I think I got to meet him about twice. Seen him about twice. And he made some pretty fine guitars. Now, he made Ike Everly a guitar, Everly brother's dad. He made Ike a guitar, and this guitar that these boys got for me to play, and they gave it to me. And so, me and Ike had a pretty fine old guitar time, and we'd play together a whole lot, you know. Just like I was telling you, you know, on railroad crossings, we'd play for parties and different places like especially birthday dinners, they sure want to eat, you know. And even if the guy had a batch of homebrew, we might play him one too.
Oh, yeah?
That's about the way it was.
Did you play with the Everly brothers themselves any?
Well, we had the Everly brothers to come to our house one time here in Drakesboro. This third house from this house down here is where we live. And that is when they had the Merle Travis Day out here at Ebenezer, you know. They had a Merle Travis Day, and they had this a plaque and everything. They set here up, you know, that day in Mobile. And that was the day that all these big boys was here with Chet Atkins and Gene Austin, people like that, you know, was here that day, you know.
When was this?
They had a place out, kind of a stage-like thing out there where everybody got up and expressed their opinion about Travis. What a good fellow he was. How good he could be, you know, like, all like that. And they had a big day. They had thousands of people. Had barbecue and what have you, and everything. Everybody enjoyed themselves that time. And welcomed old Travis back to Drakesboro and gave him the key to the city and everything. Oh, it was something.
When was that?
Let me see. To save my life. What do you know just about what date that was? About when old Travis come back to Drakesboro, you know, and they hauled him around here on a truck, and he went around and visited everybody, and of course he didn't get out. And kind of a parade like, you know. Now I'm talking about Ebenezer. Yeah. I can't remember at all what date that was, but anyway, that
was around 20, 25 years ago, though, somewhere in there.
Oh, I'd say at least.
Yeah.
I'd say it could possibly be 20 years ago. Something like that, but I was going to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you the exact date. It's something like that. Anyway, they had a big day that day. A lot of his friends, you know, all. That was not the deal on the thumb-picking lick. There's a lot of things, you know, if I can think of, I never did put nothing down, you know. They always had it. Always come out in the papers, you know. If I could have the little newspapers here and there, that you could get a lot of stuff out of that. it helped you, you know, in the history and stuff like that.
Do you remember, at least like after radio began, was there any particular place that a person would go if they wanted to really get involved in playing? I mean, like did Nashville become a center?
That's when Nashville, you know, they way back, I guess in 24, you know, that's when the Grand Ole Opry got started. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And back in there, and so people got started on the Grand Ole Opry down in that part. I guess there's a whole lot of the people that live down in that close around, you know, and all of our picking, the Grand Ole Opry was going on, but we never hardly gave a thought about going to the Grand Ole Opry, you know. You didn't have ways to go really like you do now. Mm-hmm. And buses didn't run on them old dirt roads. You just didn't, I mean, you just didn't have a chance to things like you would. Yeah. Later on, like, when the roads got better, you know, putting gravel on the roads for a while. They had a gravel road, and it went on after blacktop. Mm-hmm. Concrete roads, and pretty good around over the country and counties. And when people get out now, they can really get and stretch on out. Mm-hmm. Go anywhere now on a good road, but back then we didn't have it.
How about the trains? Did you do much traveling on trains?
Not too much traveling on the train, but of course the trains then was loaded down, you know, with people, because that's the only way they did have traveling, you know. Mm-hmm. And back when I was going to Nashville or somewhere like that, we never did have a price. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, well, that's good. June the 29th, 1956 is when that Ebenezer deal was. They give Travis the keys to the city of Trenton. I believe it.
Are they small keys?
That big old key, I don't know. What do you mean now? Oh, yeah, that is right. They had two different, they had a Travis coming here two different times. Oh, that's right. But boy, I'm all crossed up on you know, on giving them the keys to the city. Now, that was a different time when Chet Atkins and Gene Elkins and guys like that was out there. This was another time. Now, that was Ebenezer, 2 mile out here, where Travis is having it. Mm. But when you say they give him the keys to Greensboro was another time. All this stuff there, she's got a lot of stuff there she could.